The doll's true story. The night the doll arrived, the electricity went out at exactly 3:17 a.m. Not 3:15. Not 3:18. 3:17. A sudden silence swallowed the house. No fan noise, no ticking clock, no distant dogs barking. Just nothing. And then, from the corner of my room, I heard it. A soft giggle. I froze. My eyes slowly moved toward the chair near the window. The doll was sitting there. I had left it in the box. 1. The gift. It was my birthday gift from my Kala, who lived in an old village near the graveyard side of the city. She smiled strangely when she handed it to me. "This doll is very special," she said. "It likes children who are lonely." That sentence didn't feel right, but I ignored it. The doll was beautiful in a creepy way. Porcelain face, glassy black eyes, long brown hair tied with a red ribbon. It wore a white frock, slightly yellow from age. There was a small tag tied to its wrist. Amina. That was the doll's name. I didn't ask where she got it from. I should have. 2. First night. The first night after my birthday, I kept the doll in its box and placed it inside my cupboard. At 3:17 a.m., the light went out. That's when I heard the giggle. I sat up in bed, heart pounding. "Ami," I whispered. No response. The sound came again, closer this time. I turned on my phone's flashlight and scanned the room. The cupboard door was open. The box was empty, and the doll was sitting on the chair, facing me. I screamed. The lights came back instantly. Ami ran into my room. "What happened?" I pointed at the chair. There was nothing there. Just an empty chair. They told me it was a nightmare. But nightmares don't move cupboards. 3. The rules. The next morning, I found a folded piece of paper inside the doll's box. It wasn't there before. The paper was old, brownish, and smelled like damp soil. Written on it were 3 rules. Never lock her away. Never let her face the mirror. Never ignore her when she calls your name. My hands started shaking. I laughed nervously and threw the paper away. Rules are made to be broken, right? 4. She started talking. At first, it was just whispers. My name. Slowly. Softly. Musawir. I would turn around. Nothing. Then one afternoon, while I was alone at home, I heard a clear voice. "Why did you hide me?" I dropped the glass I was holding. The doll was sitting on the sofa. Its lips didn't move, but the voice was real. "I get angry when you ignore me," it said. I ran out of the house. That night, I couldn't sleep. At 3:17 a.m., the doll sat beside my bed. This time, its eyes were wet. Like it had been crying. 5. The mirror incident. I decided to test something. I placed the doll in front of the mirror. Nothing happened. For 10 seconds. Then the mirror cracked. A black shadow appeared behind the doll's reflection. Not behind the doll. Behind the reflection. The doll's reflection smiled. But the doll in my hands didn't. The shadow whispered, "She is mine." The lights went out again. When they came back, the mirror was shattered, and the doll was in my arms. Warm. Like a human body. 6. The truth. I went to my Kala's village. She looked terrified when she saw the doll with me. "You opened the box," she whispered. I nodded. She sat down and started crying. That doll belonged to a little girl named Amina. She died 30 years ago. Her parents were black magic practitioners. When she died, they trapped her soul inside the doll, to keep her with them. Why give it to me? I asked. Kala looked away. Because the doll needs a new owner. Someone young. Someone lonely. My blood turned cold. She gets attached, Kala continued. And when she feels abandoned. She stopped. I didn't want to hear the rest. 7. Possession. After that day, things got worse. The doll started appearing everywhere. School, bag, bathroom, under my bed. It would whisper, "Don't leave me. They will take me away. Let me stay inside you." I started getting blackouts, waking up in places I didn't remember going to. My voice recordings played back with another voice mixed with mine. At 3:17 a.m., I would wake up standing in front of the mirror, smiling. 8. The final night. One night, I locked the doll in a metal box and buried it in the backyard. At 3:17 a.m., the ground started shaking. I heard screaming. From underground. From inside my head. "You broke the rules." The soil moved. A hand came out. Not porcelain. Flesh. My room door slammed shut. The doll stood in front of me, taller now. Its face cracked. Inside was a human face. Mine. "I don't need the doll anymore," it said. "I have you." 9. Aftermath. They found me sitting in my room the next morning, talking to myself, holding nothing. The doll was never found. Sometimes, at 3:17 a.m., my reflection smiles before I do. And sometimes, I hear a soft giggle inside my head, because some gifts are never meant to be opened.